I'm Bill Landing, and Andy Steele is on camera. This is Interesting Individuals. We are over in South Bend at the Morris Civic Center, and I think a lot of you will recognize the woman who is sitting next to me. I'm really privileged to have the opportunity to interview actress Barbara Eden at the play The Odd Couple here at the center. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with me. Tell me a little bit about the play and the character you're going to be playing.
Well, of course, it is The Odd Couple. I think everyone's familiar with the male version, but Neil Simon rewrote the play for women. And I play the picky one, yes. I play Florence.
And she's the Felix type. So what is it so interesting and fun about playing her?
Oh, well, what's interesting and fun is playing Neil Simon. He's, you know, he just writes jokes one after another. And it's very gratifying for the whole cast, actually, to do this play because everybody laughs so hard. We love it. We love it. And I think right now everyone needs a few laughs.
Now, tell me a little bit about who you're playing opposite in the, like, Oscar role, the woman who is in that position.
I'm playing with Rita McKenzie, who is best known for her portrayal of Ethel Merman. She has a one-woman show as Ethel Merman. And Rita plays a TV producer who's naturally a tomboy and very, very messy.
You know, you've done television, you've done movies. When you're doing a TV show or a movie, you know, if you don't get a scene right, you can go back and do it. On theater, you're out there on the stage alone. You can't have a mistake. Is there sort of a quality that gets lost when you're making a TV show compared to doing theater?
Absolutely not. No, it's apples and oranges. There are two different techniques and two different demands on the actor. I think it's important that actors do both, because stage certainly makes you braver. It makes you think on your feet. With a camera, you of course must be lower, you know, and more intimate.
Well, everybody is going to know you from I Dream of Jeannie. I would imagine that is still a lot of comments that you get from that. Looking back on that show, anything that you'd care to comment or share with people on that I Dream of Jeannie show from the 60s?
Well, there's not a lot I can say about it. It's still on the air. I just got back from South America, where it's always been there, but now they're reintroducing it on the Turner Classic Movies. And I was kind of proud, because there I Dream of Jeannie is being shown right along with Gone with the Wind, Singing in the Rain. And
every man's fantasy back in the 60s to get a genie out of a bottle to do whatever they want. After South Bend with The Odd Couple here, where are you heading to next?
Well, the next place I'm heading is Hawaii with my husband for a 2-week vacation. And then I'll come back and we'll return doing the tour again. I think, where are we next? I don't think ahead a lot. We're going, you know, I look in my book and see, where am I next week? You know, it's, where am I? I don't remember. Oh, I know. We're going to New Mexico and Greeley, Colorado.
Well, Barbara Eden, I want to thank you so much for taking a few minutes out of your schedule here at The Odd Couple play. I hope it's a success. I hope all the other plays that you do and everything else is a success. And I can speak for so many other people. It's been so great to see you in films and shows over the years and to have the opportunity to meet you. I can brag now.
Well, thank you very much.
I'll be right back. We're continuing on at the Morris Civic Center here, where we just got done interviewing actress Barbara Eden, and I have Andy Hoffman with me here, who's the executive director of the Broadway Theater League. Andy, what's doing these days to occupy your time?
Well, obviously we have the female version of The Odd Couple coming into town this weekend and playing at the theater, and for the rest of the season we have, at the end of October, Halloween weekend, we have the national tour of Crazy for You, George Gershwin musical coming in. Next February, we have a show called Broadway and Ice, which will have Dorothy Hamill and Davis Gaines. Davis Gaines has played the Phantom in Phantom of the Opera for over 2,000 performances, and everybody knows who Dorothy Hamill is. It'll be an ice show on stage at the Morris. We have Mamma Mia coming in April for a week. The big, it's kind of the biggest musical there is right now. There's something like 11 tours going on around the country. And then we have a children's show, Blue's Clues, coming in February. We have a folk song reunion tour coming in with Glenn Yarborough, the Limelighters, and the Kingston Trio. And then we also have Late Night Catechism 2 playing for 2 weeks at Notre Dame in January.
Boy, that is quite a lineup of programs and performers. Now, what is all involved in getting somebody like a Barbara Eden to come here to perform, or a Dorothy Hamill? Let's talk about the process that is done to get these people to come here.
Sure. Well, I attend trade shows. There's usually about 2 a year that I go to, and all of the producers, people that are, it could be as simple as someone that has their own one-person show, or a lot of people are represented by different agents. They all come together at these trade conferences and kind of set up in a booth, and it's up for a presenter like me to kind of go around, see what fits with the mission of your company, what you think will sell in the area, and you kind of work out a deal. Every year I look forward to see what the big producers out of New York are sending out on the road in terms of touring musicals, because that's pretty much our primary focus. But then we also try to supplement what we do with these other shows, kind of like the folk song tour, and it varies year by year. And so I was just in Kansas City about 2 weeks ago at the conference, just kind of looking around to see what's available for next year. And so we look at that, we see what works into routing schedules, if it works into availability that we already have reserved here at the theater, and we just kind of go from there.
Good enough. Now, as you get into what is the furthest, the Ice-Capades or the Dorothy Hamill show, I'm sorry, the furthest you have into next year? Or no, there's some other things.
In terms of like just dates, we're booked. Everything we have now goes through April of 2005, and then this conference that I was in Kansas City for would be booking for as far in advance as 2006. So there's a lot of early planning that goes into getting on the schedules and getting contracts and things like that.
So now, as far as the people getting tickets, are most of the shows sold out in advance, or can people get something towards just before the performance?
There's always last-minute tickets available, and they can always call the Morris box office. They're open Monday through Friday, and they're also open Saturdays. And the performances of shows where there's weekends when there's shows, they're always open on Sundays as well. And we always like to have a sellout, and we get pretty close, but there's usually always tickets available, so it never hurts to call and see if there's still something available.
Well, Andy, thank you for coming on and talking a little bit about some of the background that goes on here at the Morris Civic Center. I want to give a big thank you to you and your staff here for allowing us to come and meet you and to meet Barbara Eden and find out a little bit about her play, The Odd Couple. I assume you plan on seeing the play?
Yes, I'll be here for a few hours this weekend. Probably catch most of the 5 performances.
Good enough. Thank you.